Every person comes into this world with a quiet truth inside them. This truth is your purpose. It is the reason you feel drawn to certain dreams. It is the hidden light that tries to guide you even when life feels confusing. Most people never stop to ask themselves why they are here. They follow routines. They follow expectations. They follow the world. But purpose asks you to follow your heart. Finding your true purpose is not about luck. It is not about being chosen. It is not about having a perfect plan. It is about listening. It is about noticing the subtle signs inside you. It is about allowing yourself to explore who you truly are. You may feel lost. You may feel unsure. You may feel stuck in the middle of a busy life. But even in the noise, your inner voice is still speaking. Sometimes it is a whisper. Sometimes it is a feeling. Sometimes it is a question, like, what am I really meant to do? This inner voice is the beginning of your search. This book is not a set of rules. It is an invitation to slow down, to breathe, to look inward, to understand the deeper part of your life. Your purpose is not far away, waiting to be found. It lives inside you, waiting to be remembered. As you listen to these words, something within you may already be awakening. A sense of curiosity, a soft hope, a desire to go deeper. These are signs that you are ready. Ready to discover the meaning behind your life. Ready to walk a more aware path. In the next chapter, we begin with the first step. The step where you hear the quiet call of your inner world. The chapter is about the voice within you, the voice that has always been there, the voice that wants you to pay attention. And so we move forward into the call within. Chapter 1, the call within. There is a moment in every person's life when they begin to question the path they are walking. It may happen in silence. It may happen during a long night. It may happen after a difficult day. It may happen when everything seems fine on the outside, but something feels empty inside. This moment is not an accident. It is the first sign of the call within. The call within is not loud. It does not shout. It does not demand, it gently asks. It whispers through your thoughts. It speaks through your emotions. It appears in your dreams and your worries. It is the quiet reminder that there is something more waiting for you. For many people, this call arrives when life feels confusing, when old desires lose power, when routine becomes too heavy, when the heart feels disconnected from daily actions. This inner discomfort is not a weakness. It is awareness. It is the first awakening. It is the voice of purpose knocking on the door of your consciousness. Most people ignore this voice. They silence it with work. They silence it with entertainment. They silence it by staying busy. But the voice does not disappear. It waits, it watches, it returns again and again. Each time it returns, it grows a little stronger. It becomes harder to ignore. It becomes clearer that life is asking you to listen. The call within often begins as a question that feels too big to answer quickly, a question that follows you quietly through the day, a question that sits at the edge of your mind even when you try to look away. Questions like, why am I here? Questions like, what is the meaning of my life? Questions like, why do I feel like something is missing? Questions like, what am I meant to do with my time on this earth? These questions do not appear randomly. They rise from your deeper self. They rise because you are ready to grow. They rise because you are ready to know yourself. They rise because your purpose wants your attention. Inside every person, there is a guiding force. Some people call it intuition. Some people call it the inner voice. Some people call it the soul. Some people call it the higher self. Whatever name you give it, this inner guide has been with you since the beginning. It knows your potential. It knows your strengths. It knows your hidden desires. It knows the kind of life that will bring you true peace. But the inner guide does not control you. It does not push you. It does not force you. It waits for you to listen willingly. The moment you choose to listen, everything begins to change. Clarity begins to form. Direction begins to appear. Your life begins to feel more connected and meaningful. The call within is gentle but powerful. It speaks through longing. It speaks through curiosity. It speaks through dissatisfaction. It speaks through sudden inspiration. It speaks through moments when something inside you feels alive for no clear reason. Every sign is a message. Every feeling is a clue. Every pull inside you is a piece of your purpose reaching out to you. Sometimes the call within reveals itself through sadness. You may feel like life is passing by. You may feel like you are living someone else's expectations. You may feel like you have lost your spark. This sadness is not the end. It is the beginning. It is the signal that your heart is ready to rise again. It is the invitation to explore a life that finally feels like yours. Sometimes the call within reveals itself through joy. You may notice moments that fill you with energy, moments that make you forget time, moments that make you feel natural and whole. These joyful moments are also messages. They are showing you the direction of your true path. They are telling you where your spirit feels free. They are pointing toward the activities and experiences that align with who you really are. Listening to the call within is a brave choice. It asks you to pause. It asks you to reflect. It asks you to be honest with yourself. It asks you to face truths that you may have avoided for a long time. It asks you to accept that your life is ready to move forward. But listening to this call does not mean you must make sudden changes. Purpose does not grow in a rush. Purpose grows in awareness. Purpose grows in curiosity. Purpose grows in willingness. All you need to do at this stage is to listen deeply, listen without judgment, listen without fear, listen with an open mind and an open heart. You do not need to understand everything today. You do not need to have all the answers. You do not need to know the final destination. The first step is simply to recognize the call, to acknowledge that the call is real, to accept that your inner world is guiding you, to trust that this call is leading you towards something meaningful and true. When you begin to listen to the call within, small shifts start to happen. Your thoughts become more reflective. Your feelings become more important. Your choices become more intentional. You begin to see your life from a wider perspective. You begin to understand that you are meant for more than surviving. You are meant for becoming. You are meant for creating. You are meant for growing. You are meant for living with purpose. The call within does not want you to become someone else. It wants you to become yourself, the real you, the you behind fear, the you behind doubt, the you behind expectations, the you who has been waiting quietly for your attention. Every person hears this call at a different time. For some people, it happens early in life. For some people, it happens later after many struggles. For some people, it happens in the middle of a busy life. The timing does not matter. What matters is that you hear it now. What matters is that you choose to listen. What matters is that you are ready to explore a deeper path. The call within is the beginning of your journey toward purpose. It is the gentle spark that lights the first flame. It is the inner invitation that opens the doorway to who you truly are. Once you hear it, you cannot go back to sleep. You can try to ignore it, but it will return. You can try to escape it, but it will follow you because the call is not coming from outside. It is coming from your own soul. It is a part of you. It is the truth inside you asking to be lived. As you move forward, remember this. Purpose does not come from pressure. Purpose does not come from comparison. Purpose does not come from fear. Purpose comes from listening to yourself deeply. Purpose comes from understanding what your heart wants to express. Purpose comes from answering the quiet voice that calls you from within. In the next chapter, you will begin to understand what purpose truly is. You will discover that purpose is not a role but a direction, not a label but a feeling, not a destination but a connection to your inner truth. The journey continues. The call within has opened the door. Now you step forward into understanding what purpose really means. Chapter 2. Understanding what purpose really means. Purpose is a word that many people use, but few people truly understand. Some people think purpose is a job. Some people think purpose is a dream. Some people think purpose is something grand that only special people have. But purpose is much simpler and much deeper. Purpose is the reason your life feels meaningful. Purpose is the direction your heart wants to move toward. When you hear the word purpose, you may imagine a life where everything makes sense, a life without mistakes, a life without confusion. But purpose does not remove confusion. Purpose helps you walk through it. Purpose does not remove fear. Purpose helps you take action even when fear is present. Purpose is not about perfection. Purpose is about connection. Purpose connects you to your inner truth. It connects your actions with your values. It connects your daily life with what matters most to you. When you live with purpose, you feel aligned with yourself. You feel grounded. You feel clear even when the path is not easy. Purpose gives your effort meaning. Purpose gives your struggles strength. Purpose gives your journey direction. Many people think purpose comes from outside. They expect the world to reveal it. They wait for someone to tell them what they are meant to do. But true purpose rises from inside you. It grows from your natural strengths. It grows from your deepest joys. It grows from the lessons you have learned. It grows from the experiences that shaped your heart. Purpose is not something you choose randomly. It is something you uncover slowly, like peeling away layers of a hidden truth, like remembering something you always knew but forgot for a while. Purpose is already inside you. It lives in the moments that make you feel alive. It lives in the ideas that excite you. It lives in the people you feel called to help. It lives in the problems you feel inspired to solve. If you want to understand your purpose, begin by observing your emotions. What makes you feel peaceful? What makes you feel powerful? What makes you feel useful? What makes you feel inspired? These feelings are signals from your inner world. They show you where your spirit feels at home. They show you what brings harmony to your life. They show you what lights up your energy. Purpose is not just about passion. Passion is a flame. Purpose is the fire that continues to burn even when passion fades. Passion comes and goes. Purpose stays. Purpose is steady. Purpose is consistent. Purpose gives you strength on days when passion feels weak. Purpose reminds you why you started. Purpose keeps you moving when the journey is slow. Another truth about purpose is that it grows with you. It does not stay the same forever. As you change, your purpose also evolves. As you learn, your purpose becomes clearer. As you suffer, your purpose becomes deeper. As you grow, your purpose gains shape. You are not meant to remain the same, and neither is your purpose. It breathes with you. It changes with you. It opens new paths when you are ready. Many people search for one single purpose, but life does not work that way. You may have one main direction, but you express it in many forms. A healer may spread healing through teaching, through listening, through creating, through supporting others. A creator may express creativity through art, through writing, through building, through problem solving. Your purpose is not one thing, it is the feeling behind many things. To understand your purpose, ask yourself this simple question. What kind of life feels meaningful to me? Not what others expect, not what society admires, not what looks successful on the outside. What feels true to me? What feels right to my heart? What feels natural to my spirit? Your answer does not need to be perfect. It only needs to be honest. Purpose is not discovered through pressure. It is discovered through awareness. When you look inward with honesty, purpose slowly reveals itself. When you listen to your thoughts and feelings without judgment, purpose speaks. When you allow yourself to dream again, purpose breathes. Understanding purpose is an unfolding, a gentle opening of your inner world, a deeper connection to your truth. As you continue this journey, the next chapter will help you recognize the signs that guide you toward your purpose. It will show you how to follow the path that gives you energy, the path that awakens your spirit, the path that feels alive rather than forced. The journey continues. Chapter 3. Recognizing the signs that guide you. Every person receives signs on their journey, but many do not notice them. Life is always communicating with you. Your inner world is always sending hints. Your heart is always guiding you even when your mind feels confused. Recognizing these signs is an essential part of finding your purpose. Signs do not always appear in dramatic ways. They do not arrive with loud announcements. They do not come with flashing lights. Instead, signs are quiet. They are subtle. They are soft nudges that try to push you toward the direction that is meant for you. One of the first signs is a feeling, a gentle pull towards something, a quiet interest that keeps returning, a spark of curiosity that refuses to fade. This feeling may not make sense at first, but it stays with you. It grows slowly. It becomes stronger each time you pay attention to it. Feelings like this are not random. They are messages from your deeper self. Another important sign is discomfort. Many people think discomfort is a negative experience, but discomfort often appears when your life is moving away from your true path. You may feel restless. You may feel bored even when life looks stable. You may feel drained by things that once felt normal. This discomfort is not a punishment. It is a guide. It is your inner self telling you that you are meant for something more. Sometimes signs come through repeated experiences. You might hear the same idea again and again. You might meet people who inspire the same thought. You might stumble across the same message in different places. Each repetition is a reminder, a hint that life is trying to show you a direction. These repeating moments are not coincidences. They are gentle confirmations that you should pay attention. Your body also sends signs. Pay attention to how you feel in different situations. Some experiences make you feel open. Some experiences make you feel tight. Some experiences energize your spirit. Some experiences leave you empty. Your body reacts before your mind understands. This reaction is a form of inner guidance. Another way signs appear is through sudden clarity. There may be moments when everything becomes clear for a brief second. You may feel a strong knowing without any explanation. This inner knowing cannot be forced. It appears naturally when your mind becomes quiet and your heart becomes open. Listen closely to these moments. They are powerful guides. Life also guides you through contrast. You understand what you want by experiencing what you do not want. When a situation feels wrong, it is showing you what is not aligned with your purpose. When a situation feels right, it is showing you a direction that fits your deeper truth. Contrast is not the enemy. Contrast is a teacher. Sometimes the signs that guide you come through other people. Someone may say a sentence that touches your heart deeply. Someone may offer advice that feels strangely perfect for your situation. Someone may inspire you just by being themselves. People enter your life for a reason. Each person carries a lesson. Each interaction can be a guide. Your dreams can also guide you. Dreams are not always literal, but they reveal your desires and fears. They show what your mind is processing. They show what your heart is longing for. Dreams speak in symbols. They speak in emotions. They speak in images that reflect your inner world. When a dream repeats or leaves a strong feeling, it may be a sign that you should explore its meaning. Sometimes signs appear through silence. When life becomes still, you may finally hear what you have ignored for a long time. Silence gives space for truth to rise. Silence helps you see what has always been there. Many people avoid silence because it makes them face themselves. But silence is one of the most powerful guides in your journey toward purpose. To recognize signs, you must become aware. Awareness is not complicated. It simply means paying attention. Notice your thoughts. Notice your emotions. Notice your desires. Notice the experiences that return again and again. Notice what gives you energy and what takes it away. Awareness transforms signs into guidance. Do not expect signs to give you the full map. Signs do not reveal the entire journey at once. They show you the next step, the next direction, the next feeling. Purpose unfolds slowly. Guidance arrives piece by piece. All you need to do is follow the next gentle pull. Recognizing signs requires trust. Trust in yourself. Trust in your intuition. Trust in the flow of life. Trust that you are not walking blindly. Trust that something greater within you is guiding your steps. When you trust the signs become clearer. When you ignore them, they become louder until you finally listen. The signs that guide you are always present. They are woven into your emotions. They are hidden in your experiences. They are whispered through your thoughts. They are reflected in the people around you. They are carried in the moments that touch your heart. Your purpose is speaking to you all the time. You only need to listen deeply. As we move forward, the next chapter will help you listen to your inner voice with clarity. The voice that interprets these signs. The voice that understands your truth. The voice that knows the path your soul wants to walk. Your journey continues. Chapter 4. Listening to your inner voice with clarity. Your inner voice is the most honest guide you will ever have. It speaks from a place deeper than your thoughts. It speaks from the part of you that already knows the truth. But in the noise of daily life, this voice becomes soft. It becomes hidden behind fear. It becomes covered by expectations. To find your purpose, you must learn to hear this quiet voice again. The inner voice does not argue. It does not shout. It does not force. It whispers. It whispers through gentle feelings. It whispers through sudden insights. It whispers through moments when something simply feels right. When the world around you becomes too loud, your inner voice becomes harder to hear. But it never disappears. It waits for silence. It waits for your attention. Clarity begins when you slow down. You cannot hear your inner voice while rushing through life. You cannot hear it while trying to please everyone. You cannot hear it while ignoring your needs. To listen with clarity, you must create space inside yourself. A moment of stillness, a moment of breathing, a moment where you allow your thoughts to settle. Your inner voice speaks in simple ways. Sometimes it appears as a feeling of yes. Sometimes it appears as a feeling of no. Sometimes it appears as a gentle pull towards something meaningful. Sometimes it appears as a quiet discomfort telling you that something is not right. These feelings are not random. They are messages. They are signals from your deeper self. Listening with clarity means trusting these signals. It means believing your own feelings. It means accepting that your intuition has wisdom. Many people doubt their inner voice because they fear being wrong. But the inner voice is not about being right or wrong. It is about being true. It is about staying aligned with who you are. To listen clearly, you must also release noise from the outside world. Noise from opinions. Noise from pressure. Noise from comparison. Noise from fear. When you remove this noise, your inner voice becomes easier to understand. It becomes steady. It becomes strong. It becomes familiar. There will be times when your inner voice guides you towards something uncertain. This is natural. Purpose is not a straight path. Your inner voice will sometimes lead you into new experiences, new lessons, new chapters of growth. Do not resist this guidance. Your deeper self sees more than your mind can see. Listening with clarity also means being patient. Your inner voice does not give all answers at once. It gives you one step at a time, one insight at a time, one feeling at a time. This is how true guidance works. Slow, gentle, honest. As you continue to follow your inner voice, you will notice a shift inside you. A sense of calm, a sense of confidence, a sense of direction even when the path is still forming. This is the gift of clarity. The more you listen, the clearer life feels. The more you trust, the easier choices become. In the next chapter, you will explore the power of self-reflection. You will learn how reflecting on your own thoughts and actions helps you see your purpose more clearly. You will understand how looking inward becomes the foundation of your journey. The path continues. Chapter 5. The Power of Self-Reflection. Self-reflection is the quiet art of looking within. It is the moment you turn your attention inward instead of outward. It is the moment you pause and ask yourself what is truly happening inside your heart. Self-reflection is powerful because it shows you truths that the world cannot show you. It reveals who you are beneath your roles. It reveals what you feel beneath your routines. It reveals what you desire beneath your fears. Most people move through life without reflection. They rush from one task to another. They react instead of understand. They feel emotions without knowing why. They make choices without knowing what they truly want. Without reflection, life becomes a blur. Days blend into each other. Purpose becomes distant. Self-reflection slows everything down. It gives you space to breathe. It gives you space to think. It gives you space to listen. When you reflect, you begin to understand your actions. You begin to understand your reactions. You begin to understand your patterns. You become aware of what helps you grow and what holds you back. Reflection is not about judgment. It is not about blaming yourself. It is not about finding faults. True reflection is gentle. It is honest. It is curious. It simply asks what is happening within me. It allows you to see your truth without fear. Reflection also helps you recognize your emotions. When you feel joy, reflection shows you what created that joy. When you feel anger, reflection shows you what triggered it. When you feel lost, reflection shows you what you are avoiding. When you understand your emotions, you begin to understand your purpose. Emotions are not random. They are signals. They show you what matters to your heart. Self-reflection also reveals your strengths. You see the moments when you were brave. You see the moments when you were patient. You see the moments when you kept going even when life felt heavy. When you recognize these strengths, you begin to trust yourself more. You begin to believe that you can walk your purpose with courage. Reflection is also a guide through your choices. When you sit with your thoughts, you feel which choice brings peace. You feel which choice brings tension. You feel which choice aligns with your inner truth. Reflection makes decision-making clearer. It prevents you from acting out of fear. It guides you toward the path that feels alive. The power of reflection grows with practice. You do not need long hours for it. You only need small, quiet moments. A moment in the morning. A moment before sleep. A moment in the middle of the day when you pause and look inward. These small moments create huge change. They help you understand yourself at a deeper level. As you reflect more often, you will notice something important. You will begin to hear your inner voice more clearly. You will begin to understand your desires more deeply. You will begin to recognize the direction of your purpose with ease. Reflection becomes a bridge between your mind and your soul, a bridge that helps you move toward a life that feels true. In the next chapter, you will explore how to discover what truly matters to you. You will learn how your values shape your purpose. You will understand why knowing what is important helps you find your direction in life. The journey continues. Chapter 6, Discovering What Truly Matters to You. There comes a moment in your search for purpose when you must look closely at your own heart, not at what others want for you, not at what society tells you to chase, not at what looks impressive on the outside, but at what truly matters to you. This is one of the deepest parts of your journey, because discovering what matters requires honesty. It requires silence. It requires courage. It requires a willingness to look at your life without pretending. Many people spend their days trying to meet expectations. They move in the direction that others approve of. They follow a path that feels safe rather than meaningful. They repeat habits that no longer bring joy. And slowly, without even noticing, they lose touch with their true desires. But your soul never forgets. Your inner world continues to whisper. It continues to remind you that there is something more. To discover what truly matters to you, begin by observing your emotions. Your emotions are teachers. They show you where your heart feels alive. They show you where your heart feels heavy. They show you the difference between what you do for love and what you do out of duty. Think about the moments when you feel peaceful. Think about the things that give you energy instead of taking it away. Think about the work or actions that make time disappear. These moments are clues. These moments reveal what is important to your inner world. Sometimes what matters to you is small and quiet. A desire to help someone, a dream to create something, a wish to live a simple and meaningful life. Purpose does not always grow from grand visions. Often it grows from gentle truths. Another way to discover what matters is to notice what you cannot ignore. There are thoughts that return again and again. There are interests that never fade. There are dreams that rest inside you like sleeping seeds. No matter how long you push them aside, they remain alive. These are signs of your deeper calling. Ask yourself a simple question. What would I choose if fear did not guide my decision? Fear creates noise. Fear creates confusion. Fear creates limits that are not real. Remove fear from the conversation, even just for a moment, and your truth becomes clearer. Also ask yourself who you become when you live in alignment with your heart. Do you become calmer? Do you become kinder? Do you become stronger? Do you become more present? These are signs that you are moving closer to what truly matters. When you look deeply, you will notice that what matters to you is often connected to your values. Maybe you value freedom. Maybe you value kindness. Maybe you value creativity. Maybe you value growth. Your values guide your spirit. They shape the path that feels natural to you. Do not rush this discovery. Do not force answers. Let your truth rise slowly. Your heart speaks in gentle waves, not in sudden noise. The more you listen, the clearer it becomes. In the next chapter, you will learn how your unique story gives you clues about your purpose. You will see that everything you have lived through has shaped the person you are becoming. Your story is not a burden. Your story is a guide. Chapter 7. Finding Strength in Your Unique Story. Every person carries a story inside them. A story made of memories. A story made of struggles. A story made of victories and failures. a story made of lessons learned through pain and joy. This story is not separate from your purpose. It is one of the greatest clues to understanding who you are meant to become. Many people try to hide parts of their story. They hide their mistakes. They hide their disappointments. They hide their fears. They hide the moments they felt lost. But your story becomes powerful the moment you stop running from it, the moment you look at your past with honesty and compassion. Your story holds wisdom. It shows you what shaped your heart. It shows you what taught you resilience. It shows you the experiences that awakened your empathy. It shows you the moments that made you stronger, even when they felt heavy. When you begin to explore your story, you will see patterns. You will notice the situations that kept returning. You will notice the challenges that pushed you toward growth. You will notice the gifts that emerged from your deepest struggles. Nothing in your story is random. Everything is connected to your inner evolution. Your story also reveals what matters to you. If you look at the happiest moments of your life, you will see your natural strengths. If you look at the hardest moments, you will see your hidden power. Your joy shows you where your heart opens. Your pain shows you where your purpose grows. Sometimes your story includes wounds. These wounds may still feel tender. They may feel unfinished. They may feel like weaknesses. But these wounds can become wisdom. They can help you understand others. They can show you how to guide, support, or inspire people who face similar pain. Your purpose often rises from the places where you once felt broken, because you understand something that only lived experience can teach. Your story also includes moments of courage, moments when you stood up again, moments when you kept going even though you were tired, moments when you chose hope over fear. These moments remind you that you are stronger than you think. They remind you that you are capable of growth. They remind you that your journey has prepared you for something meaningful. Instead of comparing your story with anyone else's, honor it. Your path will never look like another person's path. Your timing will never match theirs. Your experiences will never be the same. And that is exactly why your purpose is unique. It is shaped by every step you have taken. To find strength in your story, allow yourself to reflect on it without judgment. Look at your past with kindness. Look at your past with understanding. Look at your past with the awareness that every moment has shaped the person you are now. When you accept your story, you reclaim your power. When you honor your story, you discover your gifts. When you embrace your story, you unlock the direction your purpose wants you to follow. In the next chapter, you will explore the role of curiosity. You will see how curiosity opens doors, how it leads you toward new experiences, how it expands your understanding of yourself. Your story has given you the foundation. Curiosity will guide your next steps. Chapter 8, The Role of Curiosity in Purpose. Curiosity is the gentle spark that begins many meaningful journeys. It is the soft pull that makes you look a little deeper. It is the quiet urge that makes you ask why. Curiosity opens doors that you did not even know existed. It shows you that there is always more to learn about yourself. Many people believe purpose appears suddenly like a bright light, but most of the time, purpose begins as a small question, a simple interest, a feeling that something is worth exploring. Curiosity is the seed from which purpose slowly grows. Curiosity invites you to explore life without fear of being wrong. It gives you permission to experiment. It allows you to follow paths even if you do not know where they lead. When you follow your curiosity, you discover parts of yourself that were hidden. You discover talents that you did not realize you had. You discover feelings that guide you toward the right direction. Curiosity also makes life feel fresh. It prevents your days from becoming empty routines. It keeps your heart awake. It keeps your spirit moving. It brings excitement into ordinary moments. Sometimes curiosity feels small. You may feel drawn to a new idea. You may feel interested in a certain topic. You may feel inspired by a person or a story. These small sparks matter. They are messages from your inner world. They are guiding you toward the things that align with your purpose. Curiosity also helps you learn without pressure. When you are curious, you do not need to rush. You do not need to be perfect. You do not need to know everything. You only need to follow what feels interesting. Each step taken with curiosity brings you closer to clarity. Curiosity is powerful because it removes fear. It replaces fear with wonder. It replaces doubt with discovery. It replaces hesitation with exploration. Instead of asking, what if I fail? Curiosity asks, what can I learn? Instead of saying, I do not know enough, curiosity says, let me try. This shift changes everything. Curiosity also helps you break old patterns. It gently pushes you out of the familiar. It encourages you to question beliefs that no longer serve you. It helps you unlearn what limits you. And it helps you create a new direction that feels true to your heart. Every person has natural curiosity, but many people silence it. They silence it because of fear. They silence it because of judgment. They silence it because they think they must already have all the answers. But curiosity does not ask for answers. Curiosity only asks for openness. When you allow yourself to be curious again, you reconnect with your purpose. You begin to feel alive in simple ways. You begin to notice what excites you. You begin to trust your inner signals. And slowly you discover that curiosity was never small. It was always the path. It was always the guide. In the next chapter, you will learn how joy also leads you toward your purpose. Where curiosity opens the door, joy shows you the direction that feels right. Together, they shape the path of your true self. Chapter 9. How Joy Shows You Your Path. Joy is one of the clearest signals of your true purpose. It is the warm feeling that rises naturally when you are doing something that aligns with your spirit. It is the quiet excitement that flows through you when something feels right. Joy is not loud. Joy is not dramatic. Joy is steady. Joy is honest. Joy is a guide that never lies. Many people misunderstand joy. They think joy is just happiness. They think joy is about constant pleasure. But joy is deeper. Joy is the feeling of truth. It is the feeling you get when your actions match who you really are. It is the calm inner yes that comes without force. Joy appears in simple ways. You may enjoy helping someone feel understood. You may enjoy creating something beautiful. You may enjoy learning something new. You may enjoy solving a problem with patience. These moments are not random. They reveal the natural direction of your heart. Joy is like a compass. When you pay attention to what brings you joy, you begin to understand where your life wants to go. Your energy rises, your mind feels clearer, your heart feels lighter, you feel connected to yourself. And this connection is a sign of purpose. Some people ignore their joy because they think it is unimportant. They think joy is childish. They think joy is unrealistic. They think joy cannot guide real life. But real purpose never feels dead or heavy. Real purpose does not drain you. Real purpose moves you. Real purpose nourishes you. Joy is not the opposite of responsibility. Joy is the key that makes responsibility meaningful. Joy also reveals your strengths. When you enjoy something, you naturally put more care into it. You try without being told. You grow without feeling pressure. You improve with ease. Joy makes learning smoother. Joy makes effort lighter. Joy prepares you for bigger steps. Sometimes joy is soft and gentle. You may feel peaceful while writing. You may feel calm while listening. You may feel centered while organizing. These quiet joys matter just as much as the big ones. They show you where you feel at home within yourself. Sometimes joy comes with challenge. You may struggle while building something you care about. You may feel tired while working on a meaningful goal. You may feel nervous while taking a bold step. Yet underneath the difficulty, you still feel alive. You still feel connected. You still feel that inner spark. This is joy in its strongest form. This is purpose pushing you forward. Joy also reveals what is not meant for you. When something drains you again and again, it is a sign. When something feels heavy even after rest, it is a sign. When something makes your spirit shrink, it is a sign. Your heart knows the truth long before your mind admits it. Purpose is not found in what makes you feel smaller. Purpose grows where your joy grows. To follow joy, you must trust your inner signals. You must listen to the activities that energize you. You must notice the conversations that inspire you. You must observe the moments where time feels different. You must pay attention to the experiences that make you feel alive. Joy is not childish. Joy is wisdom. Joy is direction. Joy is one of the clearest lights guiding you toward your true path. In the next chapter, you will learn about the pull of your heart. Where joy shows you what feels alive, the pull of the heart shows you where you must go next. Together they shape the deeper map of your purpose. Chapter 10. Understanding the pull of your heart. There is a quiet force inside you that tries to guide your life. It does not speak in loud words. It does not push you with pressure. It gently pulls you toward what feels true. This pull of your heart is one of the clearest signs of your purpose. You have felt this pull many times. You may have felt it when a certain idea excited you. You may have felt it when a dream kept returning again and again. You may have felt it when something simple made your whole being wake up. This pull is not random. It is your inner direction trying to reach you. The pull of your heart is different from desire created by the world. Desire created by the world often comes from comparison. It comes from pressure. It comes from wanting approval. But the pull of your heart comes from your truth. It is calm. It is steady. It feels natural and familiar, even when it feels new. Sometimes this pull feels like a quiet excitement, a soft spark, a feeling of lightness. Sometimes it feels like peace, a gentle sense that you are exactly where you are supposed to be. Sometimes it feels like relief, as if you have finally stopped fighting yourself. To understand the pull of your heart, you must slow down. You must give yourself moments of silence. You must give your inner world a chance to speak. When your mind is noisy, the pull becomes hard to notice. But when you breathe deeply and let yourself be present, you can feel it again. Your heart always tries to guide you toward growth. It guides you toward people who help you rise. It guides you toward experiences that help you learn. It guides you toward opportunities that stretch your spirit. Your heart wants you to live a life that feels real, not a life built on fear, not a life built on expectations, a life built on truth. The pull of your heart also shows up in discomfort. When something no longer aligns with your purpose, your heart becomes heavy. You may feel drained. You may feel restless. You may feel unmotivated, even if nothing is wrong on the outside. This heaviness is also guidance. It is your inner voice telling you that you are out of alignment. Many people ignore this pull because they fear change. They fear losing what they know. They fear judgment. But ignoring your heart has a cost. It creates emptiness. It creates confusion. It creates a silent pain that grows slowly over time. The more you listen to your heart, the easier it becomes to recognize its guidance. You begin to trust your instincts. You begin to trust your feelings. You begin to trust your inner wisdom. Clarity grows. Confidence grows. Your path becomes smoother even when it is challenging. Understanding the pull of your heart does not mean you must make sudden decisions. It simply means you acknowledge your truth. You honor your inner direction. You allow yourself to be guided by what feels real and meaningful. This awareness becomes the foundation of your purpose. In the next chapter, we explore the expectations that hold you back. To follow your heart fully, you must free yourself from the weight of external pressure. Your heart is ready to lead you. Now you must learn how to walk without the chains of expectation. Chapter 11. Breaking free from expectations. Every person grows up carrying expectations. Some expectations come from family. Some come from society. Some come from culture. Some come from the fear of disappointing others. Over time, these expectations become heavy. They shape your choices. They shape your behavior. They shape the life you think you must live. But expectations can hide your true purpose. They can make you follow a path that does not feel like your own. They can make you silence your inner voice. They can make you live for approval instead of truth. Breaking free from these expectations is not rebellion. It is self-respect. It is the beginning of living with authenticity. Many people do not realize how controlled they are by external pressure. They accept roles that do not fit their spirit. They stay in situations that drain their energy. They chase goals that do not bring them joy. They live according to what looks correct instead of what feels true. This is how purpose becomes buried. Breaking free begins with awareness. You must recognize which expectations are shaping you. Ask yourself whose voice you are following. Ask yourself whose approval you are trying to earn. Ask yourself whether your choices feel natural or forced. These simple questions open the door to clarity. Some expectations are subtle. They arrive as quiet beliefs. Beliefs like you must not disappoint anyone. Beliefs like success should look a certain way. Beliefs like stability is more important than passion. Beliefs like others know better than you. These beliefs limit your freedom. They prevent you from exploring your real desires. To break free, you do not need to fight anyone. You simply need to choose yourself. Choosing yourself does not make you selfish. It makes you honest. It makes you responsible for your own life. It makes you stronger from within. When you start choosing yourself, fear may appear. Fear of judgment, fear of rejection, fear of being misunderstood. These fears are normal, but they are not stronger than your purpose. Your purpose grows when you honor your inner truth. Your courage grows when you step toward what feels right. The moment you stop living for approval, something powerful happens. Your mind becomes clearer. Your heart feels lighter. Your decisions become simpler. You begin to feel aligned with yourself again. You begin to feel alive again. Breaking free from expectations does not mean you stop caring about others. It means you stop abandoning yourself. It means you stop shrinking your dreams. It means you stop pretending you are someone you are not. Your purpose needs your true self, not the version shaped by pressure, not the version shaped by fear, not the version shaped by the world. When you release expectations, you create space. Space for curiosity, space for growth, space for authenticity, space for the life you are meant to live. This space is the soil where purpose grows. In the next chapter, we explore courage. Because once you set yourself free from expectations, you must learn to walk your own way with strength and confidence. The journey becomes deeper, and your heart becomes your guide. Chapter 12. The courage to walk your own way. Once you free yourself from expectations, you stand at a new beginning. A fresh space opens inside you, a space where your heart whispers the direction you are meant to walk. But this new direction requires something powerful. It requires courage. Walking your own way is not always easy. The world often celebrates individuality in words, but questions it in action. People may not understand your choices. They may doubt your path. They may project their fears onto your journey. This is why courage becomes essential. Without courage, purpose remains a dream instead of a reality. Courage does not always feel strong. Sometimes courage feels like shaking hands. Sometimes it feels like a quiet breath before you step forward. Sometimes it feels like taking one tiny step, even when your heart is pounding. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is the decision to move despite fear. When you walk your own way, you start choosing what feels right instead of what looks safe. You start honoring your truth over the comfort of familiarity. You start trusting your heart more than the opinions around you. This shift may feel uncomfortable at first, but discomfort is a sign of growth. It shows that you are breaking old patterns. It shows that you are rising into a new version of yourself. Your courage grows every time you listen to your inner voice. Each honest choice strengthens you. Each boundary you create empowers you. Each dream you take seriously becomes a message to your soul that you are ready. Ready for change. Ready for purpose. Ready for a life that matches the truth inside you. There will be moments when fear tries to pull you back. Fear will tell you that it is safer to stay where you are. Fear will whisper that you might fail. Fear will remind you of everything that could go wrong. But in those moments, breathe. Fear is loud, but your truth is deeper. Fear protects the past, while courage protects your future. Walking your own way requires trust. Trust in your intuition. Trust in your decisions. Trust in the signs that guide you. Trust in the path even when you cannot see the entire road. Purpose unfolds step by step. Your courage is the force that keeps you moving forward. You also need patience. Your path may not be quick. Your growth may not be dramatic. Your progress may be quiet and gradual. But each step, no matter how small, brings you closer to alignment. Courage and patience create a powerful partnership. Together they shape the foundation of your purpose-driven life. There will be moments when you walk alone. Not because others reject you, but because your path is unique. Your dreams are unique. Your heart is unique. Your lessons are unique. Walking alone at times does not mean you are lost. It means you are becoming yourself. Along this journey, life will reward your courage. You will meet people who support your growth. You will find opportunities that match your purpose. You will discover strengths you never knew you had. This is the magic of choosing your own way. Life starts aligning with your truth. The world needs you to be yourself, not a copy of expectations, not a shadow of fear, not a version shaped by others. Your purpose becomes powerful only when you walk with courage. In the next chapter, we explore what happens when purpose feels unclear. Because even the brave face confusion, even the strong face doubt, and learning to navigate that uncertainty is an important part of living your true path. Chapter 13, When Purpose Feels Unclear. There comes a time in every journey when purpose feels distant. You may search inside yourself and find silence. You may look at your path and feel unsure. You may try to follow your heart but feel no direction at all. This moment is natural. This moment is common. This moment is part of your growth. Purpose is not always bright and obvious. Sometimes it hides behind confusion. Sometimes it moves quietly beneath the surface. Sometimes it asks you to slow down before it reveals itself again. Feeling unclear does not mean you have lost your purpose. It means you are entering a deeper stage of understanding. When purpose feels unclear, your mind becomes restless. You may worry that you are falling behind. You may fear that you are making wrong choices. You may feel pressure to find answers quickly. But purpose does not respond to pressure. Purpose responds to patience. Purpose responds to presence. Purpose responds to trust. In unclear moments, your heart is not silent. It is simply rearranging itself. It is sorting through your old beliefs. It is releasing paths that no longer fit you. It is preparing you for the next chapter of your life. You are not lost. You are in transition. Many people mistake transition for failure. They assume that confusion means they are doing something wrong, but confusion is actually a sign of movement. It shows that you are shifting from an old version of yourself into a truer one. This shift takes time. It takes softness. It takes compassion. When purpose feels unclear, return to simplicity. Listen to your body. Listen to your emotions. Listen to what drains you and what comforts you. Listen to what creates heaviness and what creates ease. These small signals are guiding you even when you cannot see the full map. Do not force answers. Instead, create space. Create silence. Create moments where your inner voice can breathe. Sometimes the clearest guidance comes when you stop searching intensely. Clarity grows in stillness. Understanding blossoms in quiet moments. Unclear seasons also teach you humility. They remind you that purpose is not a trophy to chase. It is a relationship you build with your inner world. A relationship that grows through trust. A relationship that deepens through struggle. A relationship that matures through patience. During these times, be kind to yourself. Do not rush. Do not compare your journey with anyone else. Do not judge your confusion. Instead, honor it. Your uncertainty is shaping you. Your uncertainty is teaching you. Your uncertainty is preparing you for clarity that will feel stronger and more honest. Eventually, a small spark will return. A quiet feeling, a gentle interest, a soft curiosity. This spark is the beginning of your next direction. Follow it slowly. Follow it without pressure. Follow it with openness. It will lead you back to your path. In the next chapter, we explore your past. Because when purpose feels unclear, understanding where you come from often helps you understand where you are meant to go. Your past is not a weight. It is a key, and it can unlock the next step of your purpose. Chapter 14. Learning from your past. Your past is not a burden. Your past is a teacher. Every experience you have lived carries a message. Every challenge you faced holds wisdom. Every moment of joy or sorrow has shaped you in ways you may not fully see yet. You cannot change what happened before, but you can choose how you understand it now. This choice is the heart of learning from your past. Many people try to run away from their past. They feel ashamed of mistakes. They feel hurt by memories. They feel trapped by old patterns. But avoiding the past only keeps the pain alive. When you gently turn toward your history, you begin to see that nothing was wasted. Nothing was meaningless. Nothing was without purpose. Your past is the map of who you have become. Think of the moments that broke you. Think of the times you felt lost. Think of the days when you did not know how to move forward. These moments taught you strength. They taught you patience. They taught you resilience. They taught you empathy for others who struggle. Your past hardships shaped the depth of your heart. They opened doors inside you that would never have opened in any other way. Now think of the moments that inspired you. Think of the memories that made you feel awake and alive. These moments taught you joy. They taught you what you love. They taught you what matters to your spirit. They showed you the direction where your purpose feels most natural. Learning from your past does not mean living in it. It means understanding it with compassion. It means recognizing what helped you grow. It means forgiving yourself for the choices you made when you did not know better. It means releasing the weight you have been carrying for too long. Your past cannot define your purpose, but it can guide it. It shows you what you value. It reveals what hurt you enough that you want to help others avoid the same pain. It highlights the moments when you felt most connected to yourself. It uncovers the patterns that no longer serve you. It strengthens the parts of you that were formed through courage. When you allow yourself to learn from your past, you begin to see connections. You notice how every experience gently pushed you toward greater awareness. You notice how every setback created space for a new beginning. You notice how every wrong turn taught you something essential for the path you are now walking. Your past is not your prison. Your past is your preparation. It has been quietly shaping you into the person who can now discover a deeper purpose. It has been preparing your heart to live with clarity and intention. It has been giving you the wisdom you will need for the path ahead. As you move forward, remind yourself of this truth. Your past was not a mistake. Your past was your training, and every lesson it gave you will support the next step of your journey. In the next chapter, you explore how following what makes you feel alive brings you closer to your purpose. You will learn how energy, passion, and inner excitement guide you toward the life you are meant to live. Chapter 15. Following what makes you feel alive. There is a special kind of energy that rises inside you when you do something that feels right for your soul. It is not forced. It is not pushed. It is natural. It is warm. It feels like a quiet flame burning within you. This feeling is one of the clearest signs of your purpose. It is the feeling of being alive. Many people spend their lives doing what they think they should do. They follow rules that others created. They follow paths that were never meant for them. They move through each day without passion or joy. But deep inside, they know something is missing. That missing piece is the feeling of aliveness. When you pay attention to what makes you feel alive, you begin to uncover your true direction. You notice the moments when your heart opens. You notice the moments when time passes quickly. You notice the moments when you feel present, peaceful, and excited all at once. These moments matter. They are not small. They are not random. They are guiding you toward the life you are meant to live. Feeling alive is a powerful teacher. It shows you the activities that match your natural gifts. It shows you the dreams that speak to your deeper self. It shows you the kind of impact you want to make in the world. Your energy is not an accident. Your excitement is not meaningless. Your joy is not foolish. It is the compass of your purpose. But many people ignore this compass. They tell themselves that joy is not important. They tell themselves that passion is unrealistic. They tell themselves to be practical. They silence the spark inside them because they fear change or failure. Yet the heart does not forget. The things that make you feel alive will continue to call you again and again. To follow what makes you feel alive, you must first pay attention. Pay attention to what lights you up. Pay attention to what feels easy and natural. Pay attention to what you could talk about for hours. Pay attention to the tasks that fill you with quiet excitement. Your purpose is hidden in these places. You may fear that following your aliveness means walking away from comfort. Sometimes it does, but comfort is not the same as meaning. Comfort keeps your life predictable. Aliveness expands your life. It opens you. It awakens you. It helps you become who you were always meant to be. When you follow what makes you feel alive, you open the door to growth. You begin to discover abilities you did not know you had. You begin to find strength you thought you lost. You begin to trust your inner guide more deeply. Each step toward your aliveness makes the next step easier. Your confidence grows. Your clarity grows. Your purpose becomes more visible. Following your aliveness does not mean you must change everything at once. It means you begin by choosing one small moment at a time. A small moment of joy, a small moment of honesty, a small moment of courage. These small moments add up. They slowly shape a life that reflects who you truly are. Your aliveness is your true voice. It does not lie to you. It does not mislead you. It does not disappear. It is patient. It waits for you to listen. And when you finally listen, your life begins to shift in ways you never expected. As you continue this journey, trust the feelings that lift your spirit. Trust the ideas that excite you. Trust the dreams that feel impossible yet meaningful. These are not random desires. These are the signals of your purpose calling you home. In the next chapter, you step deeper into the journey and learn how to build a life of meaning. You will explore how purpose becomes stronger when you live with intention, truth, and connection every day. Chapter 16. Building a life of meaning. A meaningful life is not something that suddenly appears. It is something you slowly create through your choices, your thoughts, and your actions. Meaning grows step by step. It grows each time you choose honesty over fear. It grows each time you follow your deeper values instead of pressure from the world. It grows each time you listen to the quiet truth inside you. A meaningful life begins with awareness. You must understand what matters to your heart. You must recognize what gives you peace, what inspires you, and what feels aligned with your inner self. When you know these things, you can begin to shape a life that reflects them. Without awareness, you simply move through each day repeating old patterns. With awareness, you begin to live with intention. Meaning also grows through the way you spend your time. Your time is your life. When you invest your hours in things that nourish your spirit, you feel connected and whole. When you give your time to things that weaken your energy, you feel lost and empty. The more you honor your time, the more meaningful your life becomes. Another part of building a meaningful life is choosing depth over noise. The world is full of distractions, endless tasks, endless demands, endless opinions. But meaning is found in quiet spaces, in slow thoughts, in honest reflection, in moments where you allow yourself to feel and understand what is truly happening within you. A meaningful life is also shaped by the courage to be true to yourself. You cannot build meaning by pretending. You cannot build meaning by hiding. You cannot build meaning by trying to please everyone. True meaning comes from living in alignment with your deepest truths, even when others do not understand, even when it feels difficult, even when it requires change. Another element of meaning is connection. Purpose is not only about you, it is also about the impact you make on others. When you act with kindness, you strengthen meaning. When you help someone feel seen or supported, you strengthen meaning. When you share your gifts, you strengthen meaning. Meaning grows when you express your heart in ways that lift the world around you. A meaningful life also requires patience. Nothing transforms overnight. You may have moments of doubt. You may have days when the path feels unclear. But as long as you continue to choose honesty, compassion, growth, and inner truth, your life will keep moving toward meaning. It is a slow process, but a powerful one. Building a meaningful life is not about perfection. It is about presence. It is about being awake to your inner world. It is about recognizing that every day gives you a chance to choose what aligns with your purpose. Some days you will move forward strongly. Some days you will simply hold your ground. Both are part of the journey. As you build meaning, you begin to feel a quiet sense of belonging. You feel more at home within yourself. You feel more connected to your path. Your choices become clearer. Your actions become more intentional. Your heart becomes lighter because you are finally living as the person you were meant to be. In the next chapter, you will explore how purpose is connected to inner peace. You will discover why a meaningful life naturally brings calm, balance, and harmony to your soul. Chapter 17. Purpose and inner peace. Inner peace is not the absence of problems. Inner peace is the feeling of being rooted in your truth. It is the quiet strength that stays with you even when life feels uncertain. It is the calm that rises when your outer world feels chaotic. Purpose and inner peace walk together. When you live with purpose, peace comes more naturally. When you ignore your purpose, your spirit feels unsettled. Many people search for peace in places that cannot give it. They search for peace in success. They search for peace in approval. They search for peace in comfort. But these things can change at any moment. Real peace does not come from the outside. Real peace grows inside you when you live in harmony with your inner truth. Purpose brings peace because it gives your life direction. It helps you understand why you are here. It helps you make sense of your struggles. It helps you see meaning in your journey. When you know your direction, even the difficult days feel different. You no longer feel lost. You no longer feel scattered. You no longer feel disconnected from yourself. Inner peace also grows when your actions match your heart. Conflict appears when you live one way while your inner voice wants another. This inner conflict creates tension. It creates confusion. It creates stress. But when your daily choices reflect your deeper self, the inner conflict begins to fade. You feel lighter. You feel clearer. You feel aligned. Purpose also protects your peace. It helps you say no to what drains you. It helps you step away from people who dim your light. It helps you avoid paths that do not belong to you. When you know what matters, you no longer waste energy on what does not matter. This creates space in your heart. This creates space in your mind. This creates space in your life for calm and balance. Inner peace is not about escaping the world. It is about understanding your place in it. When you know why you are here, fear loses power. Doubt becomes quieter. Pressure becomes lighter. You begin to trust the unfolding of your journey. You begin to trust your own decisions. You begin to trust that every step is taking you toward a deeper expression of your purpose. Purpose also helps you accept the past. It helps you understand that every experience was a stepping stone. It helps you release regret. It helps you forgive yourself. This acceptance creates peace because you no longer fight your own story. You allow it to be part of your growth. Inner peace grows in small moments, in gentle breaths, in honest thoughts, in mindful pauses. When you slow down enough to listen to yourself, you reconnect with your purpose. And when you reconnect with your purpose, peace rises like a quiet wave inside you. As you move forward, remember this truth. Your purpose is not only about what you do, it is about who you become. It is about the peace you feel when your inner world and outer world finally match. When your heart leads your steps, peace follows naturally. In the next chapter, you will explore how purpose is deeply connected to service. You will discover why sharing your gifts with others strengthens your path and expands your inner peace even more. Chapter 18. The relationship between purpose and service. Purpose becomes deeper when it touches the lives of others. Your inner calling is not only about what you want, it is also about what you can give. True purpose grows when your gifts lift someone else, when your words inspire someone, when your actions bring comfort, when your presence creates hope. Every person carries a unique light. This light becomes brighter when shared. Service is the path that allows your purpose to expand. It turns your personal journey into something meaningful for the world. It transforms your inner truth into a force that helps others. Many people think service means grand acts, but purpose does not demand size. Service can be simple, a kind word, a gentle gesture, a moment of patience, a decision to support someone who needs strength. Small acts create powerful change. Small acts open the channel between your heart and the world. When you serve others, you begin to understand yourself more clearly. You notice what feels natural. You notice what gives you energy. You notice what opens your heart. These reactions point toward your purpose. They show you what you are meant to do. Service also teaches you humility. It reminds you that you are part of something larger. You are not walking this life alone. Your growth supports the growth of those around you. Your courage inspires courage in others. Your healing becomes a source of healing for someone else. There is a quiet truth in service. When you help others, you help yourself. When you ease someone's burden, your own heart feels lighter. When you share wisdom, your wisdom deepens. When you give love, your capacity for love expands. Service is not a sacrifice. Service is a form of alignment. It aligns your purpose with the needs of the world. Every person is born with a gift. Some people have the gift of listening. Some people have the gift of teaching. Some people have the gift of healing. Some people have the gift of creating beauty. Some people have the gift of bringing peace. Your gift is the doorway to your purpose. Your gift becomes valuable when it serves others. Service does not mean losing yourself. It does not mean forgetting your needs. It does not mean pleasing everyone. Real service begins with authenticity. You serve best when you are true to who you are. You serve best when your heart is full. You serve best when your actions match your values. Purpose and service walk together. Purpose gives direction. Service gives depth. Purpose tells you who you are. Service tells you why you matter. Purpose shapes your inner world. Service connects your inner world with the outer world. When you feel lost, serve someone. When you feel uncertain, help someone. When you feel disconnected, offer kindness. These simple acts remind you of your strength. They remind you of your humanity. They remind you that you are part of a beautiful and complex web of lives. As you continue your journey, remember this. Your purpose is not only for you, your purpose is also for the hearts you touch, the lives you lift, the people you inspire, the world you help create. In the next chapter, we explore how to stay connected to your path, because purpose grows each day, and your service becomes stronger when you stay aligned with your truth. Chapter 19. Staying connected to your path. Once you begin to understand your purpose, the challenge becomes staying connected to it. Life has a way of pulling you in many directions. Responsibilities, distractions, and expectations can cloud your vision. It is easy to forget the call within. It is easy to lose sight of what truly matters. Staying connected to your path requires daily attention. It requires moments of reflection. It requires awareness of your thoughts, feelings, and actions. Your purpose is not a fixed destination. It is a living, breathing journey that grows as you grow. And to honor it, you must nurture it every day. One of the most powerful ways to stay connected is through quiet moments. Time spent alone, away from noise, allows you to listen deeply. Meditation, journaling, or simply sitting in silence can help you hear the guidance that your heart is offering. These practices reconnect you to your inner truth. They remind you of the direction you want to move in. Another way to stay connected is by observing your energy. Notice what activities make you feel alive. Notice what drains you. Notice what fills your heart with joy. Your purpose is often aligned with the moments that energize you. Pay attention to the patterns of your life because they reveal where your true path lies. Surrounding yourself with supportive people is also essential. Seek friends and mentors who encourage growth. Seek those who honor your vision, even if it is different from theirs. Connection with others who understand your journey strengthens your commitment. Avoid those who constantly pull you away from your path. Your environment influences your ability to stay aligned with your purpose. Clarity of intention is a third way to remain connected. Every morning, remind yourself of your goals and values. Ask yourself what matters most today. Take actions that reflect your priorities. When you act intentionally, you align your daily life with your larger purpose. This alignment brings peace and focus. Challenges will arise. Doubt will visit. Fear will appear. These are not signs that you are off path. They are part of the journey. When difficulty comes, remember why you began. Return to your inner voice. Return to the moments when your purpose felt clear. Let these reminders guide you forward. Gratitude is another tool for staying connected. Recognizing the blessings in your life opens your heart. Gratitude makes it easier to see the beauty and meaning in your journey. It keeps you humble, grounded, and aware of how far you have come. Finally, celebrate small wins. Every step toward your purpose is significant. Even tiny actions that reflect your values matter. Acknowledging progress strengthens your motivation. It keeps you connected to the path even when the road feels long. Staying connected is a practice, not a one-time effort. It is about showing up for yourself every day. It is about listening, observing, and acting with intention. It is about keeping your inner compass active and responsive. When you stay connected, your purpose becomes a constant presence in your life. It guides decisions, inspires courage, and deepens your sense of fulfillment. And when your purpose is alive within you, every day becomes meaningful. In the next chapter, we will explore how to live your purpose in every moment. Because purpose is not only about discovery, it is about action, presence, and the way you shape your life. Chapter 20, Living Your Purpose Every Day. Discovering your purpose is only the beginning. The true power of purpose comes when you live it every day. Purpose is not a destination. It is not a single achievement or title. It is the way you show up in every moment. It is the thread that weaves your actions into a meaningful life. Living your purpose begins with small, consistent actions. Every choice you make can reflect who you truly are. Even ordinary activities become meaningful when done with awareness. Preparing a meal, helping a colleague, or listening to a friend can all carry purpose. It is not the size of the action that matters. It is the intention behind it. Awareness is key. When you act consciously, you align your life with your inner truth. Ask yourself, is this action bringing me closer to who I want to be? Does this reflect my values? Does this honor my strengths and passions? These questions guide your daily decisions. Routine and habits are powerful tools for living purposefully. Create daily rituals that remind you of your path. Morning reflection, journaling, or mindful breathing can center your mind. Setting intentions at the start of each day keeps your actions aligned with your purpose. Consistency strengthens your focus. It reinforces the connection between your inner calling and your outer life. Living your purpose also means embracing challenges. Life will not always follow your plans. Difficult situations test your commitment. Obstacles are opportunities to practice courage, patience, and resilience. Every challenge you face with awareness becomes a step toward deeper purpose. It is through adversity that your purpose often shines the brightest. Connection with others adds depth to living purposefully. Your relationships can be expressions of your purpose. Offer support, kindness, and love where it is needed. Share your skills, wisdom, and experiences to help others grow. Through service and compassion, your purpose touches more lives. Reflection is another essential practice. At the end of each day, review your actions. Notice moments when you felt aligned and alive. Notice moments when you strayed from your path. Reflection is not about judgment, it is about awareness. It helps you adjust and continue moving forward. Purpose also grows when you pursue joy. Pay attention to what makes you feel alive. Integrate these moments into your daily life. Joy is a compass pointing toward your deepest self. When you follow it, your actions carry authenticity and energy. Finally, living your purpose requires trust. Trust yourself. Trust your inner voice. Trust the process. Some days will feel uncertain, and some choices may feel unclear. Even then, staying present and acting with integrity ensures that your life reflects your purpose. When you live purposefully every day, your life becomes a story of meaning. It is a story of courage, clarity, and contribution. It is a life where your actions, relationships, and choices all reflect who you truly are. And in living your purpose fully, you create a life that inspires others, leaves a legacy, and brings lasting fulfillment. In the conclusion, we will bring together everything you have learned. We will explore how to become the truest version of yourself, how to carry your purpose as a guiding light in every moment, and how to continue your journey with courage, joy, and clarity. Conclusion. Your journey toward purpose is the journey toward yourself. It is the path that allows you to understand who you truly are beyond expectations, fears, and doubts. Purpose is not something you find once and hold forever. It is something you live, grow, and refine every day. Becoming the truest version of yourself begins with awareness. Awareness of your thoughts, your feelings, and your inner voice. Awareness of what energizes you and what drains you. Awareness of the moments when you feel alive and connected. This awareness is the foundation of authentic living. Courage is the next step. It takes bravery to follow your own path, especially when it differs from others' expectations. It takes courage to trust your inner voice and act on what feels right. Every act of courage strengthens your connection to your purpose. Every time you face fear, you grow closer to your true self. Reflection and self-understanding are essential. Look back at your life without judgment. Learn from your experiences. Notice patterns, strengths, and lessons. Use them to guide your choices moving forward. Self-reflection allows you to align your daily life with your deeper intentions. Joy and passion are also signposts. Pay attention to what makes your heart sing. Follow the activities, people, and ideas that make you feel alive. These are not distractions. They are clues from your inner self. When you honor them, you honor your true nature. Service is the bridge that connects your inner purpose to the world. Your gifts have meaning when shared. Helping others, inspiring others, and contributing to something larger than yourself brings depth to your life. Through service, your purpose becomes more than personal fulfillment. It becomes a force that impacts lives and creates lasting value. Consistency in daily practice keep your purpose alive. Small actions repeated over time shape the life you want to lead. Intentional living in every moment strengthens your alignment with your inner calling. Even ordinary days carry meaning when lived with awareness and intention. Finally, trust the journey. Life will not always be easy. There will be detours, setbacks, and moments of doubt. Even in these times, your purpose is still present. Your inner voice is still guiding you. Stay connected to it, follow it with courage, and live with integrity. Becoming the truest version of yourself is a continuous process. It is a practice of awareness, courage, reflection, joy, service, and trust. Each day is an opportunity to align more closely with your inner truth. Each day is a chance to act in ways that reflect your deepest values and strengths. As you continue forward, remember this. Your purpose is already within you. Your potential is waiting to be expressed. Your journey is your own. Walk it with authenticity, passion, and courage. Live your purpose fully, and you will inspire others to do the same. You will become the truest version of yourself, and in that truth you will find fulfillment, peace, and the joy of a life well lived.